Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Sussex Writes Records podcast. And today we've got a talking segment entirely dedicated to the most important position in all of Sussex Writes, arguably that is, and that is our coordinator. So I'm Leah Hardcastle, and I'm going to be your host for today. And today I have...
Hi, I'm Emily, and I was the programme coordinator in the previous academic year, and now I've graduated. I can no longer be part of Sussex Writes, which is really sad. But luckily, I'm handing over to someone I do trust.
Hi, I'm Alice, and I'm the new student coordinator. I'm a third year English language and linguistics student, and I've been with WP for a sort of 2 years, pretty much.
Yeah, so I thought I'd bring you guys on today because it's very interesting, the position itself, because it's basically you're the boss of everyone. So I thought, why not just discuss a little bit about the position, what you guys do, hopefully some of your plans for what you're going to do or what you have done, I should say. So yeah, go ahead. Tell me all about it.
Okay, I'll go first because I was the first one. So the programme coordinator role, I think, has changed quite a lot. I know a lot of people say this, but that pre-post pandemic kind of split really made a big difference for the role as well, because previously other programme coordinators have done in-person meetings every week, which logistically kind of involved hiring out rooms and making sure everyone was around, and all of that kind of stuff. Whereas now we hold all of our meetings remotely, and I think that will probably continue. I don't know, is that?
We're not sure. Certainly in the first week, we're going to have an in-person meeting and an online one. So at the minute, we're kind of doing both.
Yeah.
But yeah, it will probably kind of change depending on what people's availabilities are and what they're most receptive to.
Cool.
Yeah, I think the online meetings sort of work very well. At least when I started, it was all online anyway. But I think it was quite easy to get everyone in one place. I say that, but that's just because I was one of the people actually sort of showed up. So I don't know how many people who didn't, but
yeah, I think personally for me, it was the only way I could actually do the role, because I was working as part of my master's. I was working 40 hours in a nursery each week, and I just wouldn't have been able to kind of logistically get to campus and all of that rubbish. So having a meeting when I finished work was a lot easier, a lot more accessible for me, and I hope as accessible as possible for everyone else involved. So that was probably like the most consistent part of the role, in terms of organizing a weekly meeting and then everything that followed from that. So kind of chasing up on events that we were planning, on different kind of tutors. I think one of the biggest things for me was sorting the right to works and DBS checks that come with working in general, but also working with children. And just kind of all of those responsibilities are probably the key part. And then just the management of the team, and also like holistically just making sure that tutors aren't kind of overworked and not balancing their own studies and things, because all of our tutors are students. So just kind of checking in with them and being a friendly face, I feel like was the main part of the role, really.
yeah, because we've had our first meeting quite
Oh,
recently. Yeah, and it was both Alice and I. It's unofficially, I suppose, because
it was like a bit of a BTS kind of thing. It was key leads, so not the whole group.
Sad.
Well, I do have to say there's yeah, I have to say I have like mad respect for you, Emily, because it was a lot of information. It's a lot of
very quickly.
Yeah.
So how they work.
Upon list of what we need to like do, we need to look out for. So very organized, I suppose. But yeah.
I mean, that was my biggest thing. Like, I got a nice notebook and I wrote it all down. And like right at the start, it was all like color coded in importance and stuff. And then by the end, it was literally just, I think I actually tore out pages and just it was but it was really nice to have like, it was really nice, particularly because of my course. I wasn't in that uni bubble a lot at all, because I was in the working world and all of that. So having Sussex Writes like on the side meant that I could organize literally organize a little bit of my life into that student bubble a bit more. So that's probably why the program coordinator role really appealed to me. But also I was asked to do it rather than, I never volunteered myself because I looked at it and thought I can't do that. So actually being asked to do something like that and have someone appreciate that that's something they see you having the potential for at a young age means a lot.
Yeah, no, I can see that. But I don't know how you're feeling about the whole thing, Alice, because you're now the boss.
Well, I'm excited because I have to say, I think Emily had possibly the hardest job of, and maybe like the worst time to do it. Abby, who was the coordinator before Emily was, who had the job of being plunged into COVID and having to kind of pull everyone through. And so now I feel like because we can do stuff in person again, and we're talking about getting students back onto campus, going back into schools. It's all become so much easier. I'm quite excited, and I feel like a little bit cushy because it's like I get nice jobs now.
Yeah, that is true.
But I think the coordinator role is, to me, a bit, I mean, like all roles in Sussex, they're all quite fluid, and a lot of it depends on what your strengths are, what the team like needs at that moment, what else is being covered elsewhere. And so for me, it's two things. One is, like Emily said, like holistically making sure everything's working and filling in gaps where there are, stuff that needs doing. But also for me, the challenge for me is kind of going to be, because I naturally am, what's the phrase, a massive show off. And when I teach, I'm very like out there, and that's what I'm good at, is kind of being center of attention. And so for me, it's going to be like, oh, I have to do like behind the scenes things now and paperwork. But I'm really looking forward to it. Actually, I think it's going to be really interesting, and something that as show-offy as I am, one of the things that brings me absolutely the most joy is identifying somebody who can do something really well and supporting them in doing it, and kind of bringing them up there. Oh, I sound so saviorish right now.
No, but that's exactly what it is.
That was horrible, but it's true. Like I just yeah, we have like a couple people in the team currently who I know can do amazing things, and I'm really looking forward to working with them. And I mean, everyone in our team is capable of doing awesome stuff. But like, yeah, so I'd say the program coordinator role, again, like any role within Sussex Writes, is quite flexible and is something that you can play to your strengths. But also, if you feel like you have areas where you need to improve, step in. Like, people will support you and people will help you out, and it's a really good way of saying, actually, I'm good at that, I'm going to work on this now.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that's amazing about it, is the fluidity of it, and it's all development. But also, when we were in that meeting yesterday, it was mostly, we don't want to overwork you, and there was a bit of a stress on that, and that it's a team. It's not, as I've been saying, it's like, oh yeah, you're my boss, but like, it doesn't have to be that way. I feel like I've said this so many times, but Sussex Writes is a community, and we obviously bounce off each other quite well. I mean, just the fact that we're doing this episode as our first episode with a previous member is exactly what I envisage for it, because I think it's not a company in my head, it's a community. Without sounding like a promotional skit.
No,
but...
it really is though, because it's yeah, we kind of have this funny thing of like, we're not a university society, so we're not union funded in any way, but we're not like we're not corporate, we're not we don't charge people for what we do, so we're in this kind of funny in between space. But community is a really nice word for it, because we are just like a group of people who are all, in terms of widening access to education and widening participation in higher education, and that's so yeah, I think community is a great word for it.
Yeah, I think Emily also is sort of in that ballpark now with widening participation, which yet again is not really a society. It doesn't fall under any brackets. But I feel like as Sussex Writes, we do a lot, well, we try to do a lot of widening participation with our events. Now we're also trying to make them on campus. We're trying to sort of be as inclusive as we can in the realm of what we have to do, you know. But yeah, I think I'll let Emily sort of go on about her new position at Sussex.
A new venture.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I, like we were saying just a moment ago about how the role is kind of that holistic base for supporting students who are at university already. The widening participation department, that is like the main widening participation department at the university, works very similarly in supporting students who haven't yet decided about university or decided about their educational futures in general. So our kind of main aim is to work with students who are considered underrepresented within higher education. So that might be because of their background, it might be because of certain protected characteristics, such as being a young carer or a care leaver, if they're from a military background, those kind of things. It all contributes statistically. It is shown to contribute to being less likely to enter higher education or to continue further in terms of their attainment. So we work with them like across the board. So we will run, I'm hoping to run a lot more kind of early years based stuff, but we generally at the moment work with them from say 11 years old right through until they're coming to the end of their year 13 at 18 years old. So we work with them to kind of in any kind of subject, whether it be to look at STEM subjects, so science, technology, engineering, maths, I think, or it might be to look at their English attainment and help boost that in some kind of way, bring them onto campus so that they can experience campus life a bit more. But generally our kind of main ethos is to consider their potentials and to raise those aspirations. And if they already have those aspirations, to consider and understand and empathize with the barriers that would be in the way for them to kind of achieve their goals. Sussex Writes kind of work, we're kind of the English hub of WP if we're working in that widening participation area. So a lot of the work we do is, it's not completely down to those characteristics that widening participation work with, but a lot of the schools and a lot of the students that we do work with generally just happen to be kind of from those areas, and it is something that we try to do, but just to use a bit more fun, a bit more creativity, move away from the curriculum and that kind of emphasis on attainment, to get kids thinking about enjoying English, it not being something that they sit at a desk and they write for 45 minutes straight about a subject in a very exam style. We look at how kind of the creativity can aid them in other ways, and get them thinking a bit more kind of for themselves, really. And I don't think, without going into too much detail, the education system really supports that in the same way. So a lot of the holistic base that we have there is something that's parallel through our WP work.
Yeah, no, because I think I've gone to a few WP events without actually meaning to. So I think Naomi was putting on a Dog Wednesday, Woof Wednesday even. So I've gone to a few of them. But I was just wondering whether we have any events going on. I'm segueing very nicely into our second episode, in which we will be talking about an event.
For me,
Yeah.
or for you?
I suppose for both of you, to be honest, what's sort of like your favorite, or what sort of a moment that you've been in the position where you just sort of looked at the whole event and thought, I'm very happy right now. This is where I sort of want to be. This is why I'm working here, type thing. God, I sound like
that's a
yeah.
good
I know.
You go first.
I think so. We had a school that we were working with last year kind of on a weekly basis, and then at the end, and I couldn't do that because the timetable, like scheduling clash, but then at the end of the term we invited them all to campus and organized this crazy day where we had like a bunch of different basically everybody set up a little writing activity around campus, and we got them to kind of move from place to place. And it was a stressful day, because at one point 2 groups went missing, and we and I was like, they're on campus, but I don't know where, and it's a big campus. But it was fine. We found them. It was everyone was completely safe. Totally fine. But at the end, I don't know if I should say this. I feel like you're supposed to. I was trying to keep my cool. At the end, as they were all like leaving, one of the kids, and they're all like 14, 15, like prime too cool for school age.
Yeah.
And was it a Saturday as well? Was it like a weekend?
No, it was a Wednesday.
It was a Wednesday. Okay, but it was not a school day. I don't think. I think they were.
I think it was towards the summer, so where schools traditionally relax a little bit.
Okay. Well, anyway,
they probably finished their mocks and were. And ready.
As they were leaving, one of the teenage boys turned to me and went, "Do you know what? I didn't think I was going to enjoy today, but I really have." And I was like, and I like had to be like, oh, "Okay, great. No, thank you for coming." And in my head, I was just like, "Oh my god, like we did it." That's those compliments that you get from kids when they're like, they tell you very honestly that they've enjoyed themselves, and you know they mean it because they've told you that they didn't think they were going to. And I was just like, oh, we're doing something. We're actually doing something here. It's great. Yeah, that was a really, really good that was a good moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to say the same, but you stole it. But no, to be fair, from like program coordinator side of things, that was one of those events that was in the pipelines from like December. I had it on the meeting agenda and we didn't talk about it, but it was there, and then it kind of ramped up and we were spending more time talking about it in meetings. And then suddenly I was doing, so that event in particular was in partnership with WP because we were using their ambassadors and their facilities, but it also coincided with 2 weeks kind of, because I was an ambassador for WP, it was like 2 weeks, almost like an internship that I was doing with them.
Oh yeah.
So that was the first insight I had to see in both sides. So I was communicating with tutors from the Sussex Writes point of view in terms of like the planning and delivery of events. Most of the tutors as well, because of COVID, had never worked an in-person event. So coming back to that holistic thing, managing their nerves and their kind of their ideas of what it would be like and their expectations. And then also coming back to the other side of putting through budget codes for the lunches that we were supplying and that kind of stuff. So that was a really nice way for me to have like an all-round perspective of what it would be like. And I did basically, so I'm my title at the moment is as an assistant at grade 4, and on that day I was told I was doing a project lead to grade 6 work. So it really it was one of those moments that when it went well, I thought, actually I can do this. And it was just for me that personal kind of like that little moment of just being like, oh, actually that went all right, and that didn't, one blew up, nothing fell down, like it was all good. So yeah, it was great to see the kids actually get something from it. But I think it's also really important to remember that, especially as program coordinator, you have that ability to make the tutors feel very similar and to kind of improve their confidence in things and your own. But yeah.
Right, well, I mean, I think that's the end of our first episode. So I'm going to thank you guys so much for coming. And yeah, you're officially famous as our first episode contributors. But yeah, I want to thank you also, Emily, so much, because you really didn't have to come onto this. I'm very aware that people could have been like, nah, I'm done with that job. I'm going back home now.
My housemate this morning said, I thought you were done with Sussex Writes. And I was like, yeah, I anticipate 5 years time I'll be saying exactly.
Are you ever really done?
No, yeah, exactly.
Once you're here, that's it.
Exactly. But yes, thank you everyone for listening as well.